The Sage Intacct integration with Inova Payroll includes 9 different connections, including the syncing of departments, locations, projects, tasks, and expenses from Sage Intacct to Inova. It also includes the syncing of new and updated employee information, journal entries, and timesheets from Inova into Sage Intacct. This demo will briefly demonstrate each of those connections. To demonstrate the department sync, you can see we have 5 departments listed in Sage Intacct. If we toggle over to Inova, you can see we are missing the IT department and the sales department is under a different name. When the sync runs between our systems, we'll be able to refresh this list and see that everything has been updated to match what is in Sage Intacct. We'll refresh, and you can see we now have the IT department and the sales department has been renamed to match what was listed in Intacct system. For locations, we have a few different locations listed within the USA 1 and USA 2 parent entities in Intacct. If we look in Inova, we can see USA 1 and 2, but we are missing the USA 3 entity, and we are missing a couple of locations and alignment of names. So when we run the sync, we'll bring over USA 3, we will update Boston's name to match, and we will add San Francisco to USA 2. So we refresh the list, and you can see USA 3 has now been added. Within USA 2, San Francisco is added, and USA 1, the Boston name now matches. For projects and tasks, we have a user conference project in Intacct that is missing in Inova Payroll. We also have a task within the training project called planning that is also missing. So we will run the sync, and those projects and tasks will be synced into Inova's system. Now we have the user conference tree, as well as the planning task added within the training project. The final piece of data we will sync from Intacct to Inova is employee expenses. You can see we have employee Nikki Tesla with 3 different expenses that have been approved, totaling $625.89. When our expense sync runs, those expenses will be pulled into the appropriate payroll for that period. So if we toggle over to Inova's system and refresh our screen, you see a pay stub created for Nikki Tesla. And if we open the detail, we can see we have an expense reimbursement added for $625.89. Next, we will look at the employee sync from Inova to Sage Intacct. On the screen, we have our new hire, John Doe, who has not been added to Sage Intacct yet. If we toggle over, you can see in the contact section, this employee does not exist. So we will run the sync, and that will pull John Doe's information out of Inova and add him in Sage Intacct system. If we refresh the screen, we'll see John Doe has been created in the contact section. And then if we jump over to the employees page and search, an employee record has been created for John Doe as well. To demonstrate employee updates from Inova to Intacct, we'll update our new hire John Doe's address. So I'll update this to 1234 Main Street and save the change. And when we toggle over to Intacct, you can see he is still showing 9876 Test Street as the address, but when we refresh, the address has been updated to 1234 Main Street. Next, we'll demonstrate syncing a very basic journal entry from Inova into Sage Intacct. On the screen, we have a basic journal entry. And in Intacct, you can see the journal entry has not yet been synced over. When we run the sync, we'll pull the journal entry from Inova's system and create the journal entry in Intacct. So when I refresh the screen, we'll see a new journal entry for the 4/3/2019 payroll has been created. And we can open that and view all of the detail. And this detail can be customized to be shown by employee, location, department, however you need it customized. Finally, we will demonstrate the syncing of time entries from Inova's system into Sage Intacct. On the screen, we have some time entries for this employee ranging from the 17th to the 21st of January 2022, 8 hours every day. And we can open the employee's timesheet and see those hours listed there as well. But when we toggle to Sage Intacct, we do not see a timesheet for that employee. So when we run our sync, and within a few seconds, it will create the timesheet in Intacct. I will refresh the screen. And the timesheet for Nikki Tesla has been created. If we open the timesheet, we can see the detail with the hours entered by day, along with any project and task, department, location that those hours were allocated to.